Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for clicking on this video. I appreciate you guys being here. So we're going to be diving into DCU news here. I'm so excited for this. The first Creature Commandos reviews are now online. This is the first project in the new DCU from James Gunn and Peter Safran. It has to be good. The hype, the anticipation, this show looks crazy from all the marketing and the trailers that I've seen. I'm so excited to jump into this. It's the first DCU project out the gate. It has to be good. And I know a lot of people are excited. I know you guys are excited. So let's jump into this thread that comes to us from Reddit. It's like an aggregate of all the reviews that are online so far for Creature Commandos. So we're going to go through it. We're going to read the different reviews from the different outlets and see what they're saying about this show. Fingers crossed. I want to hear good things. I'm really hoping that this is great. But let's get into it. Let's break down these reviews and let's see what they're saying. So this comes to us from the DCU page on Reddit. Creature Commandos review mega thread. So, Creature Commandos review embargo lifts December the 2nd, 2024, 5 PM GMT time. So, here in the UK, Greenwich Mean Time, these reviews dropped about an hour ago. So, the Rotten Tomatoes score will be updated every 5 minutes for the first hour or so, and then every now and again, according to any meaningful changes in the score. I will keep adding more reviews as they come. So, here, Rotten Tomatoes, 100% from 10 reviews. So, let's go over to Rotten Tomatoes and check the score. So as of now, it's at 100% from those 10 reviews. Let's just refresh the page and just make sure that it's still at that score. So refreshing the page, Creature Commandos still at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is incredible. This is exactly what I wanted to see. The first project out the gate for the new DCU. It has to be great. It has to get fans on board. Fans have to be interested in this. And 100%, that's absolutely incredible. Exactly what we wanted to see. So let's go down and start jumping into these reviews. So Metacritic is yet to post their review, so we're going to move on to IGN. Creature Commandos, the DCU debuts with a showcase for James Gunn's writing prowess. So, Creature Commandos gracefully fulfills its duties as the bridge between the old DCEU and the new DCU. While also telling a rock-solid story of its own, James Gunn's classic recipe of lovable weirdos, great music, and lots of jokes and violence is on full display, but in a new, fresh way that's presented well in animation. Its intentional immaturity doesn't always pay off, but it's not nearly enough to weigh the series down. Fantastic news, that's great to hear. So, original score, 8 out of 10, great. So, IGN's given it 8 out of 10, which is fantastic. From Screen Rant, Creature Commandos review, the DCU breaks new ground with James Gunn's high-octane animated monster series. Gunn's writing provides an incredible foundation for both sides of the story to be told simultaneously. The result is an incredibly articulate and exciting episode that does more in 20 minutes than many TV shows accomplish in an entire season. In addition, there are important beats delivered by other characters like Flag, Dr. Phosphorus, and Nina. This immediately heightens the stakes and takes the series from something fun and irreverent to really worth watching. And with the origin story of Bride being established early on, it feels reminiscent of the award-winning film Poor Things. And that Screen Rant gave it an 8 out of 10 also. So far, IGN, 8 out of 10, and Screen Rant, 8 out of 10. So that's fantastic for those both reviews. From AIPT, I'm not sure what that is. Creature Commando Season 1 review, a very entertaining James Gunn start to the DC universe. So they go on to say, Creature Commandos, in a great start to the Gods and Monsters chapter of the DC universe. It has great action from characters you grow attached to over the course of the season, while incorporating James Gunn's signatures such as humor and distinct soundtrack. And they gave it a score of 7.5 out of 10. Again, fantastic. So across the board, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, and 7.5 out of 10. So, from The Escapist, Creature Commando Season 1 is a solid, soft launch for James Gunn's new DCU. Comicbookmovie.com, Creature Commandos review, a crazy, captivating, instant classic that puts the new DCU on the map. And they gave it a 10 out of 10. Wow, our first 10 out of 10 and 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, you know, it seems to be landing incredibly well at the moment with the critics, which is fantastic. Moving on to the Cosmic Circus. Creature Commandos, James Gunn, impressive feat in the DC universe. So, what can be admired about Creature Commandos is its political nature, reminding viewers of its roots and the realm of comic books and media history. Disputing otherwise would be difficult, considering how Gunn crafts backstories around his characters. Cheers to the Tin Man and Chasing Squirrels are highly impactful episodes, and I don't know how to say that, and very funny monster coming in close. Overall, the DC Universe is back and now under a new creative force, although with a 1 hour and 40 minute long series, fans are offered a taste of what's to come. Yeah, this is going to be the thing. We're going to watch this show. It's going to be incredible. People are going to love it. And then we're just going to be sitting around until July of next year, twiddling our thumbs, waiting for Superman. Like, it's going to be such a long wait, and it's going to be painstakingly just like hard to wait until that Superman project comes out. So anyway, moving on to Collider, Creature Commandos review. James Gunn plays his greatest hits in our introduction to the DCU. Creature Commandos animation style perfectly suits the show's tone. It's not as cartoonish as Harley Quinn, but it also doesn't feel as self-serious as many other direct-to-video DC animated movies. It exists somewhere in the middle, bearing more similarities to the style on display in Prime Video's Invincible, and yes, that includes a liberal amount of cartoon blood. Those who love Gunn's past work, both in Marvel and DC, will feel right at home with Creature Commandos. The new series has all the laughs, emotion, and memorable characters that have already established Gunn as one of the biggest and most reliable names in the genre. If this series is any indication, the future of the DC Universe is in very good hands. And they gave it 8 out of 10. So, the future of the DC Universe is in good hands. That is like one of the best lines I could possibly have wanted to hear out of one of these reviews. And it seems like the majority of the reviews here are 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which we've already said. But yeah, I mean, this could not be going more well. So let's keep going here, guys. From Heroic Hollywood, review, Creature Commandos sets a new gold standard for superhero animation. Creature Commandos raises the bar. Creature Commandos isn't just James Gunn at his best, it is some of the best work that he's ever put out. Wow, that's crazy. It'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, it'll make your heart race in more ways than one. If the rest of the DC Universe to come even has a crumb of quality that this series provides fans, it's certain that the superhero genre will be alive and well for a long time to come. Oh my god, like, I'm literally salivating now to get this show. Like, it sounds so good from these reviews. And they gave it a 9.5 out of 10. So 8s, 9.5, a 10 out of 10, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I keep going back to that 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't care. I'm going to keep talking about it. These scores are just better than I ever could have expected. So, from Fandom Wire, Creature Commandos review, a monstrously fun time. Creature Commandos is a strong start to the new DC slate. James Gunn brings his typical blend of humor and heart to an R-rated world of animation that allows for unlimited creative freedom. The team may consist of monsters, but there is a ton of humanity found in their characters, and at its core, this is a character-driven story. I love that. They may be monsters, but there is a ton of humanity found in their characters. That's a really profound way of kind of explaining it. But that's great to hear, and they gave it a 7 out of 10. So, moving on to Games Radar, Creature Commandos review, James Gunn's heartwarming R-rated tale about super monsters proves that DCU is in good hands. It's easy to get caught up in fan service, just look at Marvel, but Creature Commandos brings the new with just a pinch of the old, and as a result is one of the most fun experiences I've ever had watching a superhero anything. One of the most fun experiences I've ever had watching a superhero anything. Considering all the Marvel content that we've had, that's a pretty big statement there. Though I'm still not totally sold on the sex scenes, this is heartwarming, R-rated tale about superhero monsters in an explosive first entry in James Gunn's new slate. And it's more than proves that the new DCU is in good hands. Again, we've heard that statement before. That's the second time we're hearing that now. I'm ready for more, and Superman can't come fast enough despite the comparisons to a speeding bullet. Yeah, see, this is the thing. We're going to watch this, we're going to love it, and we're just going to be waiting for Superman, and it's going to be hard to wait. And they gave it a 4 out of 5. Moving on to Looper, Creature Commandos review, the DC Universe begins in the most James Gunn way. Creature Commandos is, in comparison, the sort of show Gunn would write in his sleep. This adult cartoon monster mash is an enjoyable time, but it doesn't quite rank as James Gunn's best work, and it could have used an extra spark to stand out more from what the creator has done before. So this person is kind of saying the opposite to what other people are saying. Some people are saying it's his best work ever and some of the best superhero content they've consumed, whereas this person is saying it is a great show, but he wished that they would have done something a little bit extra just to stand out from other superhero stuff. But they still gave it a 7.5 out of 10, which is a really, really impressive score if you consider a 5 would be average. So they absolutely loved it. So even though they said kind of middle of the road things, a 7.5 is great. From the Comic Book Club, Creature Commandos review, James Gunn's DCU apartheid couldn't quite bring it all together. The issue perhaps is that Creature Commandos likely won't sell anyone new on the DCU's take on superheroes. Perhaps Superman will fit that bill. But as it is, this is neither a monstrous misfire nor a monster hit. It is generally enjoyable animated series, like Frankenstein's monster feels cobbled together from multiple parts. Yeah, I mean, James Gunn has talked about this though. He's saying that they're telling different types of stories within the DCU. So, you know, whereas this animated series may not be for you, Superman is a family-orientated movie, so that may be for you. If that's not for you, maybe something like Swamp Thing, which is a horror-orientated, you know, standalone project. Maybe Swamp Thing will be for you. If not, maybe the Green Lantern series will be for you, where it's a drama sort of murder mystery. So each of these different projects are going to have a different feel. They're not going to be like cookie cutter movies, kind of like what the Marvel movies are. So if this show isn't for you, maybe Superman is. If that's not, maybe the Swamp Thing is. So, you know, just wait. The right project will come along for you eventually. From the AV Club, Creature Commandos is violent, profound, profane, and a horny monster mash. It's violent, profane, and a horny monster mash. I kind of like that. That's kind of funny. Max's show boasts eye-grabbing animation and subtle battery of DC deep cuts. Even with all these messy feelings and messier body parts flying around, Gunn's Monster Mash achieves the level of gravitas it so often seeks. Even when it's running in circles, the guy still knows how to deliver cheap thrills. And they gave it a B+. From Mama's Geeky, Creature Commandos has James Gunn written all over it, and I'm so here for it. It was a brilliant decision to make this an animated series. While surely it could have been pulled off as a live-action form with a big enough budget, the animation allows them to truly go above and beyond when it comes to the blood and gore of it all. Gunn loves to push the envelope, and he does exactly that in Creature Commandos. All of that said, this really is quite a bit of the heart here too. Each character is given enough time on screen so that viewers can feel connected to them and learn about their backstories. There are plenty of twists, turns, and shocking events that you will not see coming, but at the center of it all is really a touching story. That's great. That's exactly what you need, like a heartwarming, touching story, kind of centered in the middle, and then around the outside comes some like ridiculousness, like blood-soaked action, kind of some silliness, but ultimately have that, you know, that kind of heartwarming kind of feeling in the middle. I think that's kind of cool. That's a great recipe for success. So let's read some of these comments. Bro cooked once again. It absolutely sounds like he did. I'm so relieved. We'll be back in a few after I'm done formatting this thread. Sounds like good old James Gunn goodness. Pretty decent start. I can't wait. Damn, I wasn't expecting an 8 from Collider. They gave the Penguin a 7. What? And they gave Creature Commandos an 8. That's just crazy. Well, there you go. I kind of feel like this show isn't going to do a very good, at least for the general audiences, but will be great nonetheless. If word of mouth gets out there, then I think the general going audience who aren't into deep cut comic book material, I think they will come on board. If someone wants a spoiler, they can DM me. Okay, so that's kind of just the comments we have there. We don't have many as of yet. I mean, this only dropped about an hour ago, so... But that's an aggregate, kind of a culmination of kind of all the reviews that we have so far from all the different outlets. Come over to DCU on Reddit and check out this for yourself. They're going to be updating it pretty much every hour as more reviews come online. So there will be more reviews coming up online. And I'm sure this Rotten Tomatoes score may fluctuate. It may go down. Obviously, it can't go up because it's already at 100%. So it may fluctuate downwards a little bit, but I expect it to be, you know, in the mid-90s, maybe low 90s when all's said and done, which would be incredible for the first DCU project, Creature Commandos. So guys, jump into the comment section. You see these reviews. What do you think? Is this exactly what you expected? Is it better than what you expected? How excited are you to watch Creature Commandos when it comes out in a few days' time? I could not be more excited. It looks insane. It looks crazy. Everything that I want from James Gunn and a DC animated series. So I'm going to be there as soon as this drops. I'm going to be there watching it. Could not be more excited. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like and become a subscriber of the channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that. It goes a long way to supporting this content. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.